Lakonya Kolota's first memory of his father was the funeral. His mother sobbing, the earth beneath his feet shaking from the number of people gathered at the graveside, and the fear he felt aged 3 as the red box holding his father, Fort, was lowered into the ground. Fort Kolata was one of 4 men stopped at a roadblock in June 1985 by security officers. The Cradock Four were beaten, strangled with telephone wire, stabbed and shot to death in one of the most notorious killings of South Africa's apartheid era. In 1999, the country's Truth and Reconciliation Commission TSC denied 6 security officers amnesty for their role in the killings. They were never prosecuted and have all since died. Now, as part of a group of 25 families and survivors of apartheid-era deaths and violence, Lakonya Kolata is suing South Africa's government for failing to bring his father's alleged killers to court. "Losing my father has impacted every fibre of my being," Kolata said. "We were ultimately betrayed by the people that we trusted to lead us into a new society." Kolata's case, filed at the High Court in Pretoria this week, demands an inquiry to establish why there were no prosecutions. It also asks for constitutional damages of 167 metres rand £7, 3 metres to fund further investigations, litigation, memorials and public education. A spokesperson for South Africa's Justice Minister, who was named as a respondent in the case, said, "Our legal section is reviewing the documents and will respond accordingly, adhering to due process. We will collaborate closely with the National Prosecuting Authority and the Presidency on this matter." The Justice Ministry reopened an inquest into the Cradock Four killings last year, but proceedings were delayed until June. The TSC cases were deliberately suppressed following a plan or arrangement hatched at the highest levels of government, Kolata alleged in court papers. In 2021, a Supreme Court of Appeal judgment found that from 2003 to 2017, investigations into the TSC cases were stopped as a result of an executive decision, and that this was indeed interference with the MPA. The court added that there was an absence of detail as to why it occurred. Thabo Mbeki, who was South Africa's president from 1999 to 2008, said in a statement in March 2024, "During the years I was in government, we never interfered in the work of the MPA. Instead of propagating falsehoods, the NPA must investigate and prosecute the cases referred to it by the TSC." Nomboselo Mololi was reluctant to speak about the new legal case. She preferred to talk about her husband, Siselo Mololi, who was killed alongside Fort Kolata, Matthew Garnid and Sparrow Makonto, and the impact his loss had had on her and their 2 children. "We were so close to each other," she said. "I depended on him so much. He was such a friendly person, who liked to joke a lot, full of laughter all the time," said Mololi, who like her husband was a teacher. "Wherever you find him, he's laughing and the other people around him are laughing a lot." After her husband's killing, Mololi was harassed by security forces, who would regularly kick down her door at night, until she fled in 1989 to Cape Town, where she still lives. So, when Nelson Mandela was released from prison in 1990, before going on to be South Africa's first black president, Mololi was excited. But the fact that the Cradock Four case has not been prosecuted, while Mandela's African National Congress Party has been in government, left us so hurt and bitter, she said. "I wish the government would come forward and tell us, why did they delay the process?"